Hello. So I've been doing workshops and talks for longer than I'd like to admit. There's a train about to go past, so I'll tell you where I'm going with this in a minute. There we go. Yes, so I've been doing walks and talks for longer than I'd like to admit, and there's always a question that comes up that I always don't particularly enjoy answering, and that's what is it that you like to photograph the most? And or do you have a favourite thing to photograph? And one of the issues with that I have is because it's quite hard for me to answer it without sounding a little bit pretentious. Because really what I really enjoy doing and I really relish is finding a scene or finding a location or an environment and really sort of getting under the skin of it and developing a sort of deeper relationship with it. And it's hard to answer that without sounding a bit pretentious. But here's an example, I think, of something that I'm going to do that sort of demonstrates my approach to things. So, this can be on a big scale at locations like Malham or Bempton, where I not just photograph the landscapes, the scenes, and there's a great spotted woodpecker there, calling. But also the people and how people interact with it as well. But it can also work on a smaller scale, and this is exactly the sort of spot I mean here. I found this little corner of wild garlic and a wren really kicking off here. And it's just really captured my imagination. I found it just walking past. I'm aware of it. It's a local patch that we'll walk past every now and then. But I saw some green-veined whites, brimstones, and that woodpecker's back, and some orange tips flying over it. And it drew me in, and it really sort of started to capture my imagination. And so my plan here is to really try and photograph the heck out of it and try and sort of get underneath the skin and build a sort of relationship with just this small patch of ground and see what I come up with really creatively. And so that's what I really enjoy. And so I'm going to go through that and then I'm going to share the photos from it at the end of this video. So I think the benefit of sharing this, it shows you how you can find these little hidden things that are really overlooked and easily sort of ignored or taken for granted, and actually hopefully create something really interesting, and as well as deepening your relationship with local spots like this. And so that's the aim of this video, and maybe I'll talk through some of the photos back at the studio potentially, but I hope you enjoy some of the photos that follow anyway. We've got another train coming. So I've been here close to half an hour maybe, and I'm feeling very zen. And one of the things that really strikes me, I've noticed lots of things going on. 4 species of butterfly. There's a black cap that's going through. There's some young blue tits. Woodpecker's been going off. All sorts of stuff going on. But one of the things that I find really interesting about just coming to a place that I would have walked past, for years and years, and would have noticed from time to time, but never really fully engaged with like I am now. And it's the difference here is I'm waiting for a photo to arrive, and I'm using my creative thinking and trying to prepare for it. But instead of chasing a particular shot, I'm actually just waiting for something to happen and waiting for that shot to arrive, which is, flips some of my more, more typical approaches to photography, I think. And so that's quite nice in itself. And it's an interesting thought, and I find myself thinking, how many more bits and pieces have I just sort of taken for granted? And we all do that, and we shouldn't beat ourselves up about that, but use it as a motivation to open our minds and our eyes to new possibilities of neglected corners and overlooked places and environments, and and try to engage with them creatively. So that's just a little bit of an update of what I'm thinking. These butterflies have proven very tricky to capture, but they've really captured my imagination as well at the same time. So I'm going to be coming back here probably 30 to 60 minutes as often as I can, really, in little patches when I get a few minutes spare, just to really try and capture this spot before these wild garlic disappears, and try some different approaches and some different shots as well as I get to know it a bit more too. So I'm looking forward to sharing those results with you.